morning. It's the Saturday of Bimmer Invasion. The cars are still pulling in. We're at the BBS booth, and they already have some of the BBS cars set up on these mats. And then here's my friend Dan's car. He has the LMRs he just got from AR Motorworks in California, and then my car on the BBS FIR Evos. I'm not sure where they're gonna put our cars yet. The BBS people aren't here yet to set up us for the staging. Here's Ken's car, aka the Daily Driven. He runs Bimmer Invasion, and he just got this new carbon hood, as well as the new front fender with this side carbon piece. Oh, he has the LMRs on one side of the car, and then if we go over here, he has the E88s. So he's able to show both sets of BBS wheels he has on his build. This year's Bimmer Invasion venue is huge. There's a giant indoor section as well as the parking lot behind me. So there's gonna be a ton of cars. This video is gonna be a little bit longer than usual. This is a once a year, very special event. I'm gonna take you through everything I see. So we're gonna go inside. I'll take you through all the cars. Here's a quick sneak peek of the indoor section. It's 8 in the morning right now, so this is before any of the spectators are here. Only the show cars were allowed in yet, so here is everything without any foot traffic. Obviously, as the day goes on, or as the video goes on, rather, that is, I will walk through and show you guys the best builds I see. There's gonna be too much to detail specifically because there's gonna be thousands of cars, but I'll show you what I think you guys will enjoy. And I got this sticker for Judge Show Car. I don't think I'm gonna win anything, but I guess the G80 is gonna be judged for the some awards for the show. So we're almost done staging all the BBS cars. We pretty much have every model wheel BBS for BMWs. You have the LMRs, you have the E88s, my FIR Evos, LMRs again, have the FIRs on this F90 M5. I didn't know it was gonna be working today, but I helped Jesse set up the BBS booth, and now we're finishing the staging of the BBS cars, the BMWs here. Look at what just pulled up. This is Slicer M on Instagram. He's actually the one who I bought my BBS wheels from. He just got this Laguna Seca blue individual G80, and he paint matched his BBS RIDs to the car. I've never seen anything like that. I think it looks very cool, unique. What do you guys think? Paint matching the wheels to the car. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments. It's about an hour before Bimmer Invasion opens to the general public for the spectators, so I'm gonna take a walk through the inside here before it gets too busy and show you what we have. So this is the M5 touring wagon that you guys saw in my other video from the other night. We have a E30 M3, the OG San Marino blue M3 CS on Strass wheels. The Strass booth being right over there. Those of you who follow me on Instagram know I had Strass wheels before my BBS. And then we have F82 Heritage Edition. So I believe this is Imola red. It's some kind of individual red that comes on the BMWs, and he's fully polished BBS LMRs. Very clean look. And then we have my friend John Zib's brand new M4 CS in individual Riviera blue on the frozen gold wheels. He just picked it up from Athens BMW, which I believe is in Georgia. Z4M Coupe, extremely rare. I haven't seen one of these in probably 10 years. Manual. I think these came with the was gonna say N54. No, this one was, I think, the same engine as the E46 M3. So it's the Zandvoort G87 M2 on the bronze TE37s. I think Zandvoort blue is my favorite non-individual paint for the G87. If I had one, I think I would do white wheels, some sort. I don't know if I'd do TEs, but I think white wheels with this paint goes really well. And this is not something you see every day or ever. I think I've seen this online, but this is a M4 converted into a pickup truck. Brooklyn gray. What do you guys think of this? I don't think this looks good, but it's definitely unique. It looks pretty cool. Got a real bed with bed liner back here. As you can see, it was an M4. Funky steering wheel. I think, yeah, Dinman or whatever this brand is, they make all the carbon fiber stuff. I think they're the ones who converted that M4. And then you guys saw in my other video, I'm not gonna go through this one too closely, but it's IND's G87 M4. They repainted it British Racing Green. I don't know why they didn't do individual. It might have been before individual was even a thing. But yeah, they repainted it, and then they did the gold RID BBS wheels. Here we have a E92 M3 by NRP, which is North Rally Performance. I think it's Irish green, correct me if I'm wrong. And then over here, don't know what green this is. Looks like British Racing Green, but a little bit lighter on this LCI G80 M3. Looks super nice. Looks kind of like Irish green, which I said that's what that is, and they look pretty similar. That one's maybe a little bit darker, so maybe that one's British Racing and this one's Irish. But damn, this color here, and if you notice, paint match, and paint match on the side skirts, so no gloss black. And I think the G80s, when you paint match the gloss black parts, it looks much better. The car looks lower. It just looks more high-end, looks more expensive. And then next to it we have a F87 M2. I don't know if this is a wrap or repainted, but it kind of looks like Sao Paulo yellow, which comes on the G80s now. And then bam, big wing, E92 M3, super cool build, paint matched. Wheels with the paint, TE37s. I think this is IND's car. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks so similar to Slicer's Laguna Seca Blue that I showed you outside with the paint matched wheels. This is kind of like the same style, matching the wheels to the paint. Again, what do you guys think? Do you like paint matched wheels to the car? Does it depend on the color? And then this was at the pre-meet as well. This is the 1M converted with the E92 E90 S65 V8 engine. And then PSI's M2 here, G87 M2, which you also saw in the other video at that pre-meet on the HRE wheels with the carbon barrels. I haven't seen wheels with carbon barrels that are in a matte finish like this, and I think it looks much better than the gloss. Beautiful. And this color, you can't tell. I could see right now on the phone that to you it probably looks white, but in person it kind of has like a pinkish hue, like a very, very light lavender. I'm not sure if it's repainted or some sort of wrap, but in person pops way more than what you're probably seeing in the video. We got an F80, not sure what color, but I think this is Amaro Brown interior competition, obviously, because it has the gaps in the seats. Back when the F80s were the new thing, or on the F80s, the seats are all the same, but on the competition, The difference is that you have the gap in the seats there. So no buckets back on the F80, no carbon buckets, that is. And then we have the E36 wagon. I think it's Techno Violet. Not quite sure. Very clean. Not sure if it's restored, repainted. We got a G80 with a Vorsteiner trunk spoiler, which has these little gaps on the sides. I'm not a fan of it. Don't really like it. Got the BBS wheels. Not a huge fan of the gold. Too gold for me. I like gold, but I don't know. On this, it just doesn't do it for me. I respect the build though. Looks good. Just not my taste. And then I think this is Fashion Gray F80 on BBS LMRs. There's a lot of cars here on BBS wheels. Looks like BBS is kind of taken over the BMW or M community, and I'm part of it, obviously. So over here is the Meisterschaft GT House booth. So they have their show cars here on display. E92 M3, extremely wide body. These lips on these wheels are probably 8 inches, huge. Awesome orange color, and then we have the G87 M4 and a similar build as the E92. It doesn't look as wide, but obviously still extremely wide. Look at those fenders on the front and those lips on the wheels, front and back. And then here on display the new G90 M5, and they have some sort of exhaust, I guess they just developed for it. They put a mirror there at the bottom so you can see the underside and the craftsmanship, I guess, that goes into their exhaust. Here's a closer look at their exhausts. They're weld experts. They do a good job on that. And then over here, G82 M4 with their exhaust system as well. So here's a mirror they put so you could see their setup. We got a G82 M4 with the Adro front, Rosso G82, so I'm assuming it's Rosso Corsa, which is an individual red. I believe came on the Ferraris. That's where the paint color originated. I really like the Adro wing. Looks very cool. I love the swan neck, whatever you call these, the connections. Kind of reminds me of the GT3 or GT3 RS style. It looks good on modern cars like the G82 here. And I'm saying it looks good on modern cars, but here we have an E92 with also an Adro spoiler with the same swan neck, and it also looks really good. So a quick break away from the cars, a little fun fact about myself. I actually had my high school graduation in this very room 13 years ago, so back in 2012. And now I'm back for a BMW car show here with my M3. So it's just funny how that works. This G80 here looks so clean. It looks like it's San Marino blue. The paint looks like ice. Not one mark. Looks slippery. I mean, super clean, bagged. Has the Adro front. I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly, but I respect the build here. The paint really puts this build over the top. It looks really nice with the kind of like frozen gold HRE wheels. And he has the Silverstone buckets. Very clean build. Here's a G80 with the laser style taillights. I'm kind of annoyed that BMW didn't come out with any kind of like LCI taillight, kind of how they did for the G82. They made the laser taillights for that model. So these are from China, whatever, Alibaba, not OEM. BMW never made a taillight, like I said, and I feel like the G80 kind of got screwed over with that because we don't have anything to upgrade on the back for the taillights, that is. Back to Slicer's car. You guys just saw the green on green E92 in there, and here is his Laguna Seca Blue on Laguna Seca Blue build. I love it. It's unique, stands out, and it's done right. He's on the best of the best wheels, BBS, RIDs, and then he has the individual spec paint with, wait for it, Tartufo carbon buckets. Gentleman's spec. Doesn't get better than this. So here we have that YouTuber Finding Nick. He has I think it's Brooklyn gray, but it's wrapped in this mint green. I think podium forged wheels, carbon hood. Sounds pretty good. Had a quick wardrobe change, have the BBS merch on now. I'm here outside. Showed you guys the inside already. I'm gonna take a walk through this parking lot. It's huge. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show every car just because it would take hours, but I'll run through what we have here. I'll stop on the cars where I think you guys would enjoy the spec a little bit more of like the unique builds. So sit back and enjoy. So here's the Boston Wheels booth, and they have some BMWs here with their wheels. So this is a G87 in some sort of a matte black. I don't know if it's like a stealth PPF. The frozen or stealth colors look really good on the G87s. The rear of these cars really pop with these colors. You get that aggressive line. You see how wide the fender flares out in the back. And then we have a G80 here. Looks like Dravit. Yep, I can see the gold flake. This is Dravit gray. G90 M5, matte black, frozen black. Don't know exactly the spec. Again, on Boston wheels. These are all Boston cars up until this point here. Another G90. This is the one that was at the Thursday pre-meet. Lots of G90s here today. We have a Brooklyn gray one with a, looks like a stealth PPF, or yeah, I can see the seams. It's a stealth PPF. And then a black one here on the HRE wheels. Neither of them are the Touring. I've only seen one Touring so far, that red one you guys saw in my other video. So this year they have different buildings with cars inside. So we have the main building with all the other cars I already showed you, and then we have this one over here. So we'll walk through, see what's here. Oh, good boy. Nice, he has a Marina F80. The whole engine bay dressed up looks super nice. I feel like this year's event is a lot bigger than Orlando's. I'm not sure if it's because they have all the different buildings, separate buildings, whereas in Orlando is all under one roof. I showed you the main building, which is kind of like a theater setup, like huge building, high ceilings, like fits hundreds of cars. This one's a little bit smaller, but there's still a ton of cars in here, and I haven't even got through the outside parking lot completely. I think this guy might like Dragon Ball Z a little bit. Supra guy went all out on the Dragon Ball Z build. Here's another Laguna Seca Blue G80. I think this is like the third one I've seen here today. This color is becoming, I mean, obviously it's a very sought after color, but now that it's available as individual on the G80, which it wasn't before, it's becoming heavily spec'd for people who are doing individual colors. It looks really good, but it soon might be overdone for those ordering individuals. We have a signal green M3 CS with a car seat in there. So those of you who are looking for a fun car and have kids, the G80 fits a car seat just fine, and he actually, obviously it's a CS, so he has the buckets as well. This might be the best M5 I've seen. So another Laguna Seca Blue, but the Laguna Seca Blue on this F90 works very well, and I love the clear taillights. Normally I'm not a huge fan of the clear taillight look, but with this color combination, it really works. Here we have individual purple with a front bumper delete, looking good. Check out this E90 M3 BBS RIAs. Looks like a British racing green, and has the Recaro, I think they're the pole positions in here. CSL style trunk. This looks like maritime blue, and he has that R44 front grille, which has this kind of outline over here. I love the look of that. Kind of shrinks the grille down a little bit, makes it look smaller in the front. Carbon ceramic brakes. G87 frozen Portimao blue individual with the HRE, I think it's called 305 Classics. Carbon bucket seats. Works really well with the blue on the seat and then the blue paint. It belongs to 1.6 G87. Love the frozen paints on the M2s. Really makes the body lines pop. Gives us the that rear, that wide look. We have another G90 in yellow, either like a speed yellow or Atacama, I think it's called. I don't know how I feel about yellow. It looks pretty good on the M5. What do you guys think? And then Paulie, Sup Paulie's car. You guys know him with the big single turbo, running 8.6 mile. This is building number 3, and this one has more of the classic BMWs. It has like the E30s, E46s, E36s. So I'll take a quick walk through here. I'm not going to spend too much time, just because I'm not too familiar with some of these older models. So here's BMW's first supercar, the BMW M1. Kind of a Alpina wagon. This is Dakar yellow. BMW 2002. These are pretty cool. This is very cool. I love this. Bagged X5M in, don't know exactly what purple, maybe like a Daytona Violet, purple silk. But you don't see this every day or ever. And then we have another bagged BMW, but G80 in twilight purple. I know this color for sure. And look at the inside. Fjord blue with purple. What do you think of that combination? I don't know how I feel. It's definitely unique. I have never seen that before. Probably a one of one. Oh. Here's Noel's car, another pole. He recently lowered his car on coilovers. He just switched over. There he is, man of the hour. How are you?
You caught me without vlogging right now.
Oh man, I'm doing it to you. Normally he's the one who catches me.
I'm not used to filming with this one. So
oh, what is that?
Huh?
You're downgrading?
Canon G7X.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little quick shoot, you know.
The girls love that one, yeah, right? Isn't that like the hyped up one?
Yeah.
So.
We got it like 3 years ago, and then we found out that it went viral for pictures. So I might have to snap a couple.
How do you choose what to record? Like iPhone, this, or your other camera?
So my phone died already.
Oh no.
From so much heat that's out here.
I think there's an outlet actually by me over there.
I'm plugging it in the car right now. That's why it's on.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did this, and I did the indoor VIP. My phone went out.
Yeah, it's so now, when you're recording the video, it kills it.
Yeah, we still have the freaking burnout. Look, that's a crowd over there. Just, I think the drifting.
No, the guy's revving.
Oh, okay. That's a huge crowd.
Yeah, he had like a 2-step going.
That's crazy.
So
we got to do the blue. Did you go in the buildings yet or no?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I saw you.
So Deanie here. So I was saying, Deanie here has the new 4-inch single mid, whereas I have the 3.5-inch. So we're gonna see what this sounds like. He's drawing a crowd. The G8, he brought in a crowd. That's so funny. So again, this is the 4-inch single mid. I say this a lot, one of my favorite colors, but this is truly one of my favorite individual colors. Before I ordered my car and I was considering getting individual, this was at the top of my list. This is individual urban green. It's like an army military green. A lot of people hate it. They call it like a poopy puke color, but it's different and I think it looks very aggressive. What do you guys think? Do you like this color? And here it is on the G87 M2, so convertible. This is the new LCI, so it has the snake eye headlights, whereas the M4 over here has the classic angel eye style headlights like I have. And here's comparison of both. Same color, urban green on both. We got a cool lineup here. Verde Mantis, I believe, individual. I like the paint matched lower lip, BBS LMs, Silverstone is here, and then Akrapovic spoiler with the swan neck connection there. And then we got the M4, and then another Laguna Seca Blue M3. Again, I think this is the third or fourth one I've seen. Black interior, carbon buckets, looking very nice. And another Zandvoort Blue, G87 M2. Here's a similar spec build as mine in regards to the paint. So it's like a British Racing Green with Edelweiss champagne wheels.
Making your way to the stage right now, please.
And check that out.
Making your way to the stage right now.
Tartufo carbon buckets, but these look like they're custom.
3 more minutes.
These do not look
3 more
like
minutes.
they're original from BMW. I could tell because of the perforations on the leather. It doesn't have any, and the BMW ones do. So, love the spoiler. And look at that, paint matched hardware in British Racing Green. It's a Laguna Seca Blue party here today. Another G80 Laguna Seca Blue, carbon hood with HRE wheels, gloss black. Here's the guy's Instagram if you're interested in seeing more of it. If you guys noticed, all the Laguna Seca Blue G80s that you've seen have the snake eye headlights. That's because they're LCIs, and Laguna Seca just became available as an individual color for the model year 2025, so the LCIs. So you won't see a BMW G80 in factory Laguna Seca Blue individual unless it has snake eyes. We have a guest on the channel. If you remember from my other video, Jason, he's the owner of Titan Chemistry. He's here at Bimmer Invasion. We're just walking around. And over here, they just unveiled the new Adro front end for the G87 front. What do you guys think? Do you like this front end, or do you prefer the original front bumper of the G87? To me, what do you think? Do you like this front end, or do you like the...
I like the lower half. The kidney grills, I'm still trying to digest a little bit.
I feel like it made it look less aggressive.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more non-end at the top, and then the lower half looks good.
It looks like an M8 a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a mini M8, right?
Exactly. A four-man's M8.
Yeah. And here's the Adro front end on Toronto Red. So Brooklyn Gray and Toronto Red here. I love the Adro kits on the G87s. The rear diffusers with the huge swan neck spoilers look really cool, and I like these end pieces here. Very cool aero.
These OEM style
What?
carbon barrels.
Oh, yeah, let's look at that. So it looks like a three-piece wheel in the OEM style Ep.26. A little bit different design, but yeah, it has the carbon lip at least. I don't think the barrel is carbon, but the lip is carbon.
So
And it has the exposed hardware. Very subtle. I didn't even notice that at first, but I like it. And it has the Adro swan neck spoiler, same as on the G87 over there. So this is my third time being in this room today. It's a lot more crowded now. I was in here before anybody was here, but I keep coming back to this G80. The stock M2 front bumper, I think, looks way more aggressive than the Adro. It just looks beefier. Look at this monster BMW. We got the XM on Strass wheels. Carbon lip, not the barrel, just carbon lip. 23-inch wheels. And these things look very cool. I like the two-tone with the black and the white on these massive cars though. Got the red interior. I think it's Fiona red, like we have on the G80s. And the illuminated front kidney grills. You guys like these? And how BMW is doing that on the newer models now. I think it works well. It makes the car look more modern. And it's like a statement now. So when you see the illuminated kidney grills from a distance when you're driving, you know it's a BMW. And if you don't know BMWs and you're just a regular person on the road, you notice there's no BMW emblem anywhere on the back. All you have is the M. So I would say it's more of a subtle car, but the look of this thing is definitely not subtle, just based on the styling. Look, and then here we have the F10 M5. I think this was the first twin turbo V8 M car that BMW put out. I think these came out in 2013. And it's when they switched to forced induction on the M cars. So yeah, I think F10 M5, the OG.
No, you're wrong.
What do we, what?
X5M.
What year?
2009.
They had twin turbos?
They were twin turbo. It was straight at the X5 and X6 50i twin turbo V8.
We gotta look it up.
X5, X6.
All right, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm cutting this out of the video. So Jason proved me wrong. It's the 2009 X5M was the first twin turbo V8 M car. Why do I look so, I put sunscreen on my face. I look like fucking grease face. Gunshots going off. Techno Violet G80 M3 Jare edition. A couple years ago, this color was only available on this Jare edition. Now you can spec it on any G80. And the interior got those 3 little stripes on the headrest. So side by side here we have Brooklyn Gray, and then Jare edition. This is Lime Rock Gray individual. So you have a comparison here. The Lime Rock Gray is a lot darker than the Brooklyn, which when you're looking at pictures online, you can't really tell that much of a difference, but now when you're looking here in the light in person, you can really see the difference. It almost looks like a Nardo gray.
Yeah.
But I think it has a metallic flake in the Lime Rock.
The rims are satin too. They're like a satin finish.
Yeah, the wheels on the Jare edition are like a gunmetal.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only time those 826M style wheels came in a different color.
Nice.
Well, now on the new LCIs, they come in like a regular alloy.
But let me ask you this.
What happened there? Little mishap. So I've been at Bimmer Invasion all day. I've seen pretty much every car, and I keep coming back to this one. I think this is my favorite G80 here, maybe my favorite car overall. Not sure what the color is. I'm gonna try and find out, but this color with the paint matched side skirts, the rear pieces here on the diffuser just work so well, and then of course the Tartufo buckets. I think this is the perfect spec. Beautiful build. My favorite car of the day. What do you guys think? From what you saw in the video, what do you guys like the best? Just confirmed with the IND guys, it's their car. It's Irish green individual. So Irish green, and then is actually a wrap by Inozatec. This is vintage racing green, and then that's their repainted G82 in British racing green. So we have all the different greens, similar colors. The British racing, much darker than we have vintage racing green from Inozatec, a little bit lighter, and then the Irish green, again, lighter than the other two. Here we got another M5 Touring, M5 wagon, second one I've seen. In Isle of Man green. I don't know if it's frozen or with just a stealth PPF. And then the super wide body G82. But there's a drift competition going on right now, so we're racing over to go check that out. Oh.
If you have an XL, we'll take the XL.
Got a serious sunburn going. All day out in the heat, selling BBS stuff. Fun day so far though. BMW Invasion is winding down now. It's the end of the day. It's been a very long day. I arrived here at 7 in the morning and now it's almost 6 p.m. Out in the sun has killed me. I have really bad tan lines on my face, but it was a great event, awesome builds, very well organized as compared to Orlando. I love the different buildings they had. They have this main one, they had the one with the older BMWs, and then they had a whole separate building just to have more VIP cars. So overall, awesome event. It was fun being in the BBS booth, pretty much up front where everybody walks in. So that was a cool experience. And overall, awesome event. I had a lot of cars I really liked. My favorite one was the Irish Green G80 I showed you guys. Let me know what you guys think was your favorite car. If you attended Bimmer Invasion and you're watching this video, let me know what you liked about it best. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thank you and see you in the next one.